Okay. I can't tell what's true now. Can you see the screen now, Lee?
Yeah, I can see the screen. Yeah.
Okay, great. Okay.
What is your saying?
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Faith Osegani. I'm here with my group members and we are Team Ashore. This is Daniel, Emmanuel, Samuel, and Joshua.
Okay. Over time, like for using English for instance, over time we observe that the HLC department, HLC simply means health and safety and environment department. We observe that HLC department they really the over the distribution of PPEs, personal protective equipment. So every other department, most especially those that are involved in work. And so this has led so many resources, like taking, writing a request form, a paper request form, and submitting for approval from different departments before getting to the HLC officials. And this can lead to low compliances of them using their PPEs in their various work stages. Now, the whole process about this thing is that it's quite stressful and it takes a lot of time, and this could lead to hazardous cases in as their various work stations because of the low response or distribution of PPEs from the HLC department to the field workers in their field station. And so, how do we come up and solve these problems?
Okay, thank you very much. Given it's a came up, covered the estimation, came up with a solution using Power Apps and Power Automate. First of all, we use Power App to create a request form. First of all, we use Power Apps to create a request form. Where staffs see what they need, the equipment they need. And on top occasion, the HLC officer, people in the HLC department, we get to inform them that this staff has made a request that he needs this equipment. I would like to show you
In depth tonight.
how we have voice. Okay. Since we got video control, let me just explain how the enterprise app. When you come into the app, you see the Go page, then you can make your request. You make your request, check it like this. You can put in the things you need. You have different things such as safety rules, health and etc. But in case the things you need are not there, Facebook you can fill in your own what you need, the equipment you need for your personalized equipment you need. So after that, you fill your page, you click the app. This is the home page where you can request. So once you click start there, once you click start, it will take you to a screen. Let's move on. So once you click start, take you a screen. So there's a drop down with the equipment service in the app. So you pick your app, you need to be set to join it. Others, you can type more on it. Let's say you want to order for safety boots. Type it in safety boots. This is the safety boots. Once you pick that, pick the department from the drop down. Let's say the marketing. After you click the name, print my name. Once I print my name, I send request. So email is sent automatically. My request has been successfully sent. So email will be sent automatically to the HSC officer. So I will show you email has sent to the HSC officer. So I'll have to the HSC officer will receive email. The report has come and someone has requested for next chapter. Thank you very much.
Excellent. Well done. Well done.
Hold on. Lee, you want to say something?
One of the few solutions we were able to come up with is that because of the using of the Power Apps and the Power Automate, we've been able to fast track the processes whereby you would get feedbacks from upon request, saving time, energy, and hazardous cases that we want to occur as a result of delay of it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Team Azure. Lee Scott, do you want to say something about this? Lee Scott, do you want to say something about this?
Yeah. So I think, again, really great use case scenario there. So the use case scenario is about health and safety and understanding does staff have the right resources, and again being able to report if they feel they don't have the right equipment. So brilliant use case. Key tips for me is about try and create your dev post submissions to have as much information as possible to tell that user journey and user story. So because lots of people will just look at the dev post without looking at the video. So again, try and have as much detail as possible in terms of that. Again, I like the way you built the form to really be that business process. So emailed, the appropriate attendant or supervisor to say, these are some of the items that I'm missing or that I require. But yeah, great use case. Well executed. The UI was nice as well. Nice and simple.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay. Thank you, Team Azure. Okay, the next thing.
Team Dash. I'm here representing my team, Team Dashboard. We are here this afternoon to talk about our app. So, reason for getting this app, statement of problem with the app is the issues we have with the elections in our country, in our states, the way elections are being conducted. Looking at the problems like late arrival of voting materials, snatching of ballot boxes, delays in voting system. So that's the real motivation for me. That's the real motivation for creating this app. That's the motivation for creating this app. So the solution this app is going to solve is going to save time. It's going to help us minimize cost. Help us in the voting. So the reason for this voting is cost of elections, greater deliberation, inefficient elections, public demands informants where they ask for money to shell for voters before they can vote. So we are introducing the e-voting app that we created, how it's formed. So how they fit in the app. You see the details required. You find your name, your voting. You are required for your national identification number and everything. So showing us the video here is how the form is being filled. There are some valid requests that make you not to vote twice. Here are the names of the voters that have voted from different local governments and your ward. and different parties that you supported. So having this data, we use Power BI to analyze the data. From Power Apps, we're able to transform the data to Power BI to show the results we have in our votings. Yeah, this is how they fill the names. You fill your son name first, then your first name, then your sex, male or female, then your age, your address, where you live. Then after that, you fill your local government. Ovia North local government. Then you fill your state, the state that they are conducting the election. Then you fill your valid voters ID card. If you exclude it, you will not be able to submit. Then you fill your national identification number. Then you fill the ward you are from, the ward you came from. Then if it's a governorship election, this app can be used for different type of election. If it's a governorship election, presidential, or local government. Then you fill the party you are supporting and the year the election is being conducted. Then you submit. Then that's how you use this app. Then from here, after having this result, you can go back to your Power BI. From Power Apps, we're able to transfer this data to Power BI and analyze it using Power BI.
Oh, it was online.
Okay, let me show you the data.
That's it.
Even without announcing.
Okay, so this is just like 30 minutes between the first video and the second video, and the new environment has been created. So for you to understand this, what we did first was to create an N365 dev account, which brought us to this location. We started up from here. We developed a program account and we got to this location, and we said that if you click on Power Apps to start building it, we don't have an environment for you to work on. So we needed to create a Power Apps developer plan, which we can do for free. So and that's what we do. Remember, it's used for testing, for development and testing, we use it for production. So and that's what we did. And we got here. We went to the admin center. In the admin center, we got here, and the environment started creating. So you can create a new one.
Yeah, so again, a great use case there.
Right now,
this is a really important use case as well about ensuring that democracy can happen and that people can actually vote, and more importantly, people don't cheat or fraud or voting. So I love the idea of being able to capture the individual details, then tag to which person you're representing. So very good on that.
Even this is very
most importantly, I love the way you took the data insights. This is like one of the big key features of Power Platform is being able to do both the automation of the process, but then that data analytics piece, and by being able to present that data in a way that the audience that you're engaging with understands. So you could have a Power dashboard for the vote organisers. You could even have like a public Power BI dashboard for you as voters to understand, where the poll's going, who is going to win, who might win, and then that really creates transparency in the democratic process. So again, huge success in building that in just a few days and getting data to be actually visualized in Power BI. So yeah, congratulations, well done.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Joy, and these are my teammates as representative of Team Porters.
We noticed that during the coronavirus, there have been a widespread of COVID. So my team Porter Academy, our major problem was parents coming to school to make inquiries, whereby there'll be a spread of COVID-19 in the school premises, and also paperwork, whereby the teachers, they are stressing themselves in certain questions and sharing papers to the students for them to take the exam, and there's no social distance. And also admission into the school. And also then our solution, we came up with a solution using Power Virtual Agents to create a chatbot on our school website. Whereby the parents can chat from the comfort of their home. And we also link the Power Virtual Agents with Microsoft Forms, whereby the students, it can be easy for them to take the exam from the comfort of their home. And we also automated an email to show a response to them, notifying them that their exams have been taken. Part of our solution, it helped us to reduce the widespread of COVID-19 in the school premises, and there was social distance between the parents and the admin and also students. So I will hand over the mic to my colleague to show us the practical aspect of everything I've explained. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Joy. My name is Imade, and I'm going to show us how the solution that we developed, how it's going to work. We're showing you our virtual agent, our bot, and we'll be chatting with the bot, and we'll show you, in our bot, we have the link to a quiz that any student can take, and we automated the message at any time that quiz is being taken, the parent or the student will receive an automated message. So we are going to do that now.
Hello, Lee. There is a link there, a Power Virtual Agent link. Can you test it yourself from your own?
Yeah, I'm just going to try it now.
Test it. Yeah, cool.
Do you want me to share my screen?
Yeah, cool. Please share your screen. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much. This is our bot. So you just ask about the school. You can click on this about what the school. So it will give you details about our school and why you choose us. Then we'll go ahead to ask you if you're interested in our school. So just click on yes, you're interested. To give you a link to our entrance exam that you can take. So you click on the link. And this is our form. So you can just quickly fill the details for us, use any name. Thank you very much. For your image, correct, please. So we are sending you the image should be valid. If you in future the quiz, we have that we just send you and inform you that congratulations for taking your quiz. We get your image. Next, just
help.
I didn't get a question 10. But in 9, 10, and 11, it's kind of compulsory.
Just pick any question. Yeah. Sorry for threatening you, Lee.
Sorry.
Okay. Sorry.
So you check your on your tablet, whatever you use it. You're supposed to get an email immediately.
Very cool.
Use your early email.
Did you get your email? Did you put your email?
Yeah, I did. I put my email in, so hopefully I'll get it in a second.
Yeah.
My email's slow today.
Okay, maybe you're supposed to receive an email that you successfully done your exams and everything like that.
And they'll get back to you. So what we didn't add to all of these is we can get the details what you feel, and we'll be able to get back to you with whether you'll be able to pass the entrance exam. All that. Thank you.
Okay.
Very good.
What do you think? What do you think, Lee?
So again, really, really good. A great use case of how, how Power Apps can automate a quite difficult process. And again, I love the story about, the whole reason for doing this. COVID has changed the way school applications run. By running Power Automate and the ability to actually build that into a process, which, somebody undertakes a form, they then undertake a survey, they then undertake an action, and then having the automation to all this to then guarantee will the student get a place, I think is a really, really nice scenario. So again, well done in terms of building the bot. A couple of things about the bot. I think, using adaptive cards would be really nice. And again, having some scenarios in the dev post where you can say, if you ask the bot this question, you will get a response. Because, if you don't know what to ask the bot, a bot's always a really difficult thing to interact with. If you're giving people some pointers, at least then they can start to interact with the bot and see, oh yeah, you have built that response or that adaptive card or this hyperlink, etc. But it was great walking through with some guidance from you there. But yeah, excellent work.
Thank you very much. So we'll be talking to team data now. So team data, reduce the time. No more 10 minutes, just reduce the time.
All right, that's fine. Okay, so all right, so good to have everyone around here today. Thank you, Mr. Adi. All right, so why they are getting set up? Thank you. So why they are getting set up? I want to give a short story. So when I was about 6 years or so, so I actually wrote an exam, and surprisingly I failed the exam. So funny one. So what happened was usually they give us the card that shows that okay, you've written an exam, go show your mom. And now because I failed that exam, I knew that I was going for a serious beating at home. My mom was going to beat me after all the money she has spent on going to school. So what I did was that I took that card, I went by the corner, and then I had to just, change what was 1 and 0. I decided to just, alter the 0 and leave 1 so that, it will seem as though I came out first in class. And so eventually that blew up, So that brings me to what we are doing. My name is Sheriff, and these are my teammates. I have Oluchi, I have Ijebudia, Socrates, Patience, and Anna. So next slide, please. So what we are the problem we are looking at, the problem statement we're looking at is we're looking at the educational sector. where in our environment, we know very well that you want to play smart and it could be pretty much dicey. So we looked at the fact that report cards that are being given to kids can be reduced, right? So that these children cannot now go and forge results that is not theirs and give to their parents. We're also looking at the processes for getting these results accumulated within a given time frame. We're also looking at reducing errors, you know. So we're also looking at the expenses that schools have to undergo in ensuring that they get cards, they get printing inks, and they get to, you know. So we're trying to help those things and then save money for the school while saving the parents the stress of getting to, you know, get wrong news from their children that, oh, my child is this, and when their child isn't really what they brought to the house. Okay, so statements of our solution. So what we did was quite simple. We used forms, and these forms would have the details of the parents. We have the details. This form is going to be filled by the teachers, right? By the teachers. So the teachers would have to fill the form, inputting the data of each child in their classes, ranging from the age to the name of the parents, and even to the mail. Mail, very important, because that's the parents' mail that the result eventually is going to be sent to. So when that is done, the data is extracted via the Excel sheets and is uploaded to our OneDrive. And from there, automation is done on that sheet. You know, after we've cleaned the sheets up, automation is done on the sheets, and then bulk SMS is sent to all the parents. It's the exact with the exact. Then you see where the automation process was, when we were building the automation process for our Excel sheets. So when that is done, all the parents in that school, all the parents in that school, they get to receive an automated message that tells them about how well their children have done in the school. Yes, with the results, nothing altered. Nothing altered. So yes, so if can you see the screen? Okay, cool. Yep. So that's what you're looking at the screen right now. So this is the Excel sheet that has been drawn from our forms. So yes, you can see that we have the names of the students highlighted there, the gender of the students highlighted there, the parents' email, the phone numbers, the name of the parents, and of course the scores of the child, of each of the child is also there. Now, if you look at the column, you see the flow, and so that is where all the automation was done, and eventually the parents get to receive the email of how their work did in school rather. So right now, I want to look at the Power BI, because this will also try to call that the students should be able to analyze how they are doing well. Should be able to analyze how they are doing. If the children in school they are doing well, but they're doing poorly, the school should know, to know the difference. Okay. All right. So I will call on my very own friend. Okay, so from when he stopped, we can see from the analysis above that the first depending on the student and their average score. If the solution is really very obvious, from here you can see that Al actually has the highest percent of 90% average score. He came first in the exam, followed by staff. So clearly, it's easy to see the summary of the top 10 best students in the class. So you can see first position, second down to second position. Also, the next chart you are seeing at the bottom shows the performance of each gender. You can see that the male gender perform better compared to the female gender, because the reason of the teacher handling the subject. Then you see the chart on the bottom right, it shows the average of the three subjects. You can see that if students performed well relatively on all the subjects. So no subject actually being taught poorly. So relatively less well compared to each subject. So clearly from the analysis, it's easier to do results, see how the student perform rather than comparing manual computations. So even further interactions can be gotten from the things that have gotten. So clearly it's shown that when you automate your process, you can do analysis easy and get more mileage. Thank you very much.
Very much. So, and also one thing is, I think I remember they say, Lee, that when the results are out, Automate automatically send email to their parents' emails. So they don't need to have issues where parents don't know the real results that their children or their words are during the examination. So what do you think, Lee?
Again, I really like it. A great use case. I love the way you demonstrated in your app flow within Excel, because again, lots of people don't know that you can just add power tools or power apps into existing Office apps. So having that in the video is really nice. And again, I love the way you sort of demonstrated as well that ability to call reference cells from the Excel workbook. So again, that parent's email address. And again, you've done an amazing job with having a Power BI solution built into this. So you have the full automated workflow of the process, and then Power BI presenting that data back to the school of who the top performers, what sex were they, and again, where do they rank against their peers in the class. So awesome work, really, really nice.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay. We have, I think this is 6. I think it's 6. Yeah, 6.
The name of our team is Team Entity. My name is Namara. I'm here, my colleagues. We have Joy, we have Danny, and we have Desmond. Entity. So in Nigeria, you know that when you have entered the bank sometimes. Okay, so in Nigeria, if someone gives you a check, you have to go into the bank check that to cash that check. Sometimes when you enter into the bank gives you the details of the check and everything, and then the bank then has to go input those records. The bank then has to go and input those records into their system and then send it to the CBN for clearing. And so when I get this, we asked ourselves, we're like, okay, this is an issue, but we want to make sure that this is also an issue. So we called Sterling Bank, one of the biggest banks in Nigeria. And we also spoke to First Bank representative. And we asked them, we're like, this is the issue that one of the Sterling Bank representatives told us that yes, especially when it comes to digitalization of these records, that they have a problem going back to the book, filling it out into their system, that they would prefer if the records are digital. And that's what gave us our idea. We told them, that we could build a solution using Microsoft Power Apps, which brings us to Cash My Check. Now, Cash My Check. Now, today, while commercial banks have been able to come up with smarter ways for over-the-counter transactions, they have clearly not been able to sort out this cashing check problem. So that is where we come in. We come in as an in-house team who has created a virtual bot for the bank we come in as an in-house team that has created a virtual bot for the bank. And what does this bot do? This bot, when called up, brings out a link to a Microsoft form where the client of the bank can go and input their details. When those details are imputed, we then order Power Automate to take those details and put them on a SharePoint database of the bank or for the bank. And so whenever the bank employee gets those details, they can then send it to CBN, thereby removing the whole process of writing the details and imputing them and making the details digital in the first place. So then we created this solution. What does this solution then mean? It means that check transactions will then be easier. It means that it will eliminate time wasted with people filling the bank, and people don't also have to come to the bank anymore. Is that they can use this solution from their house. And so that brings us to how it works. We have the chatbot, which is owned by the local bank. We have Power Automate, which authorizes that which extracts information from the chatbot and sends it directly to SharePoint. And from SharePoint, we can then, as the bank, send our information, digitalized information to CBN. Thank you. Okay.
The demo is
yes, our demo was attached to. This is the demo link of the chatbot. It's been attached to the link, and the demo. We also have an email, and we also have a video that we embedded to show you how it works.
okay. It's talking. It's talking. Hello, Lee. Can you hear us? Sorry, 1 minute, please. Sorry, 1 minute.
Sorry, could I just ask, what was the team name again? Sorry.
Team Entity.
Team Entity. So have they put anything into dev post yet?
Yeah,
Sorry.
So there's a link uploaded on dev.
So I don't see that team. I see team data, flow app, Azure project, team dashboard, team portal. The team entity haven't submitted yet, so I can see that they're there, but they've not submitted yet for. Oh, they just submitted. Okay. Okay, I can find it now. Yeah, brilliant. Okay, perfect. So feedback-wise, again, a really interesting problem and project. Massive use case, understanding banking scenarios, understanding cash reconciliation. Again, you had a lovely process flow in the presentation of the different steps that you wanted the app to take or the service to take during the app. So again, real great work. And again, very nice presentation. So congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, team. Thank you very much. Which of the next thing is? I think all the whole team have presented.
Flow and power.
So flow, please come. Flow and power, please. Flow.
Yes, the power.
Flow and power next should be the last one. So I'm going to do it very quick in quick succession. Very quick.
Honestly, I'm good for time, so you don't need to rush on my behalf.
Okay. Thank you very much. Really appreciate that. Okay, so the team that is right now, presenting right now. So Team Flow is projecting right now. So we'll look at Team Flow. Team Flow, have the mic.
Right.
Hello. My name is Bernard Kebua, and I'm yeah, I have my finals, and at the moment of my university in the graduate, usually have the traditional procedure of submitting our final year project before you call long essay. So this is how the usual traditional procedure goes. This is how the usual procedure, the traditional procedure goes. We are manually assigned to our project supervisors. Our names are uploaded on a manual notice board. I'm going to check our names and the project supervisors we are assigned to. And then when we see the name of the project supervisors we are assigned to, we then have to keep on meeting physically with this particular professor or supervisor. Now, this would be a very, very huge problem in the sense that most of our lecturers, most of the professors are usually not available. This is the current problem I am facing because I'm in my finals, and also most of my teammates have also faced similar problems. Now, how do we fix this? We created an app whereby the supervisor, the project supervisor, and the student assigned to him or her do not have to meet physically. They only have to, we automated the system of processes whereby these people can be able to communicate, edit and work on their document or project without having to meet physically. Now I'll be handing over to Paul, who will be telling us how our app works.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Swami Paul. I'll be putting you through how the app works.
The demo. Right, okay.
Okay, the demo will be displayed on the screen soon. So before the demo comes up, I will be explaining how it works. Now, the student gets a Microsoft which they need to fill, and this Microsoft form has been automated. So this Microsoft form, they need to fill their name, their math number, everything they need to fill about them will be there in the form. Their names, first name, last name, math number, and the topics. You can see it being typed. The topics one after the other, and the description of the topic is short description of the topic. We need to type everything down. After typing it, he will submit the project. And when he submits the project, he will get a notification. That is the student will get a notification that you have submitted this topic. And also, his supervisor will also get a notification instantly that a student has submitted a topic, including the name of the student. If the student's name is John Ben, he will get a notification saying John Ben has submitted his project topics, and the list of the project topics will be there. The 3 project topics will be there. You can see filling the form now. From the demo, you can see the form being filled. Okay. Okay, now the rating and the saving. Immediately it saves. You have automated the system. Before we send the email to the supervisor and also the student. Now this is the supervisor from the app we created. All the supervisor need to do is click on show student information. All the students that have submitted their project will be displayed. He will just look at the actual search for the actual student is looking for. The student detail will show. Once you click on the student, you can see it's searching for the student information with the name. Once you see the student information, everything will be displayed. You can view the topic. You can see the topic that the student have submitted. Now the only thing you need to do, go through the topic. Anyone is comfortable choosing, he will choose it, put on that test box and approve it. And immediately he approves it, the student gets another notification that you have been assigned a project topic, and he will get the project topic. This app can also help the supervisor. If he don't like the topic, he can reject the topic also. We have experienced that in Nigeria, where your topic is rejected. The supervisor can also reject the topic. And when you reject the topic, Another link will be sent to the student that your topic has been rejected. Please fill another and give me another topic through this link. So that is how the project works, and it's a very nice project. Thank you very much.
Lee, over to you.
Again, a really, really nice, proposal and solution. Again, very, very simplistic in terms of its design, in the look and feel, which is great from a UI perspective, because, that's what you want. You don't want to confuse someone with a really complicated UI. Again, I like the way that you're using, both email notifications back to the end user, so it fits that educational scenario really well. In terms of things like, are you only allowing one submission? So how are you validating that you only accept one submission from a person? Have you thought about that issue?
We did not get your question. Can you repeat the question, Lee?
Yeah, so the question was, how do you validate that you can only do one submission as a student?
Again, question. Thank you very much for the question. Now, in Nigeria, we have what we call mark number, and each student have a unique mark number. And in this app, you can only submit a topic once with that mark number. With that mark number, it tracks if you want to try submit the topic twice. And when you try to submit the topic twice, you cannot submit the topic just once for a particular mark number. Thank you very much.
Perfect. I thought that would be the answer. I just wanted to validate that you were doing that. So, excellent work. Really, really well done.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you, team. Thank you, team. Nice project. Okay, so the last and not the least team. Team Power. Yeah, Team Power. They'll be presenting to us now.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Amorube from Team Power, and these are my teammates. Okay. As a team at Team Power, we have a marketing enterprise, and we noticed that every marketing agent in Team Power Marketing Enterprise find it hard to keep track of all the customers they relate with on a daily basis because of too many paper processes that is involved. And so they lose potential customers because they cannot send them a mail to remind them of their intended purchase. And so this poses a problem to Team Marketing Enterprise. And so we created an app to solve this problem in such a way that when an agent is speaking with a customer, at the time of the conversation, the details of the customer is being imputed into the app automatically. It's being imputed into the app, and with Power Automate linked to our Power app, the customer gets a bill reminding them of their intended purchase. And also, the head of the marketing team can actually see the number of potential customers that an agent has spoken to at that particular time or in a particular day. And so I'm going to hand over to my colleague to explain how the app works.
Good afternoon, everyone. So I'm Manuel, and I'm where my colleague will explain. So this is our app. Is the name of the app, and that's our icon. So when you click on the icon of our all right, so we are having, yes, this is the logo of our enterprise, Team Marketing, Team Power Marketing Enterprise. The name of the app, track and remind, like you said, it tracks your marketing progress and sends it automate. So we have two dashboards. You click on track record, and then it takes you take record, and then it takes you to the marketer's form where you fill the details of your current marketing details. So the name of the marketer is before, and then the date she took the records, and then, all the rest of that. So this automatically creates a form on our database which automatically saved it to the enterprise. So every one of us is able to access details on this form. Every one of us has access to information from this form. So we could see the number of persons each marketer is able to communicate with, is able to make sales to. We have the name of the customer that we made marketed products to. We have the currency, email. So here on this email, right? Okay, all right. So here on this email, whatever email address is imputed here, we connected our app in such a way that we are able to send. We are able to automate a flow that sends an email, a thank you email, to whatever message is, whatever email is imputed into that column, into that box in our form. So video is still on. So it helps track down everything. It helps, like she said, move on the paperwork. It helps give each and every one of us access to everybody's form. So that check system, every one of us in the enterprise. So when you click on it, it automatically sends an email. All right. Okay. So we're going to check our inbox now and then refresh. Okay. And we should get all right, that. So we have a thank you message and then thank you for choosing to market with us. And it's automated to always keep resending over time, monthly basis. We set it to monthly basis. So you're always reminded to come back automatically without us having to stress ourselves. Automatically, you're reminded to always come back to market. All right.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Lee, over to you.
Again, it sounds like this team really has a real problem. So, they've built a power app for a real problem. So, again, amazing work. I love the UI design. Again, you've really thought about that canvas and, how you're going to have those buttons. It's not just a button, it's like a visual button. So, again, there's been a lot of work into that design. Again, it's interesting to hear that, this is a great way of you doing that field marketing by, just by using a mobile device rather than consolidation on paper or emails. So yeah, really, really nicely executed. Great work.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. So, Lee, we want you to speak to, so where we are currently doing the training, we work with the state government arm, which is called the Edo Jobs. They help train people in Edo State to improve technical skills, soft skills, and those are the people we're able to network with, collaborate with to make this possible. This is the second edition that we've done. So the manager would just like to say one or two things to you. So just 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So Mr. Sebota.
Good afternoon, everybody. How are we doing? Okay, so how has it been so far? Everyone comes to this class. Okay, so I hope you guys have learned so much, and I trust you guys actually did, because David and Jaflet, I'm laughing because Jaflet actually started here too. So it's amazing to see Jaflet, Baby, Princess, CY, all of them being the ones that spearheading this training. It's just amazing. Okay, so very important thing is I want to thank David for being able to put all this together. I remember the first meeting that we had, it was just, it was on the phone, and I think I was complaining about Jacqueline that day, actually, you know, so, but it has been an amazing connection so far. And to see that we are also having guys for the first set already having jobs is just fantastic. And I was speaking to the MD of Edu Jobs, Suki. She's so excited about what's happening, and she's also looking forward to how we can support this even. I think the speak of BME has drawn a roadmap for next year, and we're seeing we can actually have one a quarter and see how we can actually increase the numbers of people that get to come in. So I want to also say thank you to the team, teams. Thank you for the partnership so far. Thank you so much.
Lee, did you hear anything?
Yeah, I heard all of that. Yes, I heard of that. So Jafflet, you know, started off there, and again, you know, there's so many people who've come through and now got the jobs from doing something like this, and you know, that just sort of fits in to everything I said at the beginning. You know, use these boot camps as that skilling piece. Again, you know, go back and think about your DevOps posts as like that portfolio piece. You know, it's so important that you spend time just refining those dev posts, make them look pretty, add as much detail as you can. You know, just that is your portfolio piece. And Jafflet will, you know, stress this because he's been doing some blogs for me recently on Educator. Is that, you know, thousands and thousands of people will see this content. You will not believe the opportunities of doing that portfolio piece well, the amount of opportunity it will offer for you. So please, you know, just spend that extra 10, 15 minutes and it will be really worthwhile.
Good, thank you very much. Thank you very much. So now, I don't know, maybe you need 1 or 2 minutes to check the project again and give us the best projects that you did based on all the metric that you want to use.
It's so hard. It's so hard. You know, I've been going through and judging them as we're going along, and I have to say, you know, you've all done an amazing job. I think it's really, really difficult. So, oh gosh, you know, from my perspective, I think, you know, it's been very, very difficult. So, you know, firstly, congratulations to everyone. I think, you know, it's been amazing. The solution, which I think is, you know, is a worthwhile. Is it me just judging this, or am I getting some help first of all? You know, is there other judges, or is it my decision?
Yeah, your decision.
My decision. Oh, thanks. Okay, so the pressure is on me. So, you know, firstly, amazing. They were all very, very, very good. The winning decision which I've made was really around 3 different factors. It was around that whole change of society and democracy. It was around the data visualization and presentation of that information, and also the use of Power Automate data and then Power BI to actually visualize the data. So my winner today for this event is Team Dashboard.
Okay. You can see the excitement.
I saw the excitement.
Okay. Thank you, Lee. Thank you, Lee. Thank you very much. Thank you, Lee. Everybody, love you. We say thank you for staying with us. you. Thank you. Very, very much. Thank you. They're going to be connecting you. So LinkedIn, on Twitter, they will connect with you. And want to just say thank you for giving us this time. 1 hour, 30 minutes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you.
No, thank you. And everyone, you did an amazing job. An amazing job.
Yeah, thank you from me, from Japheth, from the team, Cynthia, everybody. We say thank you for giving us this opportunity. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day, Link. Have a wonderful day. Bye.
Thank you.
Any final words, Link? Any final words? Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.